long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
So I was going to go ahead and post this video, but the world got out ahead of me, so I had some stuff to do. But let's talk about this story that showed up in Inside the Magic headline, and it's written by Nathan Kamal. Disney dismisses Trion claims, says Bob Iger made billion, and Star Wars. I call bullshit. So, Disney has unveiled a new slew of arguments against Trion Fund Management, dismissing claims that it has been bleeding money during the CEO Bob Iger's reign. Okay, cry harder. On the contrary, the company says it's been making billions from Marvel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Star Wars. Okay. As the time until shareholders vote on a new board of directors grows shorter, the Walt Disney and its adversaries have begun lobbying in earnest, with increasingly harsh attacks against each other, and it was only a matter of time before the mouse went on the offensive. After all, the value of Disney stock is on the line, and with it, shareholder votes. Just days after it released, and this is right here, this thumbnail, Disney is positioned to thrive amid unprecedented industry disruption. That is actually a PDF, which I'm going to include in the description of this video so you can see what it actually says. It is literally the biggest bunch of shit I have ever seen in my life. And this comes after Bob Iger's Michael Dukakis on the tank moment. So just days after it released a presentation accusing Trion Funds Management and its board nominees, Nelson Peltz and Jay Rasulo, of being a puppet controlled by former Marvel Entertainment chairman Ike Perlmutter. The thing is Disney's making a mistake here. You don't make this personal, it's business, okay? This is stupid of Iger to do this. The company has unveiled a new report claiming that Bob Iger made the company some $25 billion from the acquisition of Lucasfilm and Marvel Studios. I know, everybody. In the new presentation, Disney is in a position to thrive amid unprecedented industry disruption. The company makes a claim that not only is it on the financial upswing since 2023, but its incredibly expensive and controversial acquisition of Lucasfilm, and with it Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and Marvel have paid out big time. This is bullshit. Disney breaks down the return on investment, ROI numbers, for its four big media branches: the Walt Disney Animation Studio, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. Notably, Indiana Jones is not included, likely because it is undeniable that this final installment of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny was a colossal box office flop. Now, I don't know if they actually included Solo, because Solo was a box office flop too. Okay, so we got to remember that. As you can see above, Disney's claims and Marvel has provided shareholders with a 3.3 ROI since it was purchased in 2009. According to financial reports, Disney spent approximately $4 billion on Marvel, which means it has produced $13.2 billion in revenue. The graph specifically cites the 4 Avengers movies and the Avengers campus areas at Disney Resort and Disneyland Paris, though it is unclear whether other MCU movies, TV shows, and merchandise are being included. I guarantee you they're not, because the number wouldn't look the same. Similarly, Disney says that since its 2012 acquisition of Lucasfilm, the IP has a 2.9 ROI. Bullshit! So its $4.05 billion purchase has presumably paid out some $11.745 billion. Presentation highlights the theme park Star Tours adventures continue, the trilogy Star Wars feature film sequels, and its Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, and Ahsoka. Interestingly, it cites 3 upcoming Star Wars films that have not been yet released: The Mandalorian, Grogu, and Rogue Squadron. I'm not going to include The New Jedi Order because that's not happening. Okay. While Disney's campaign against Treon Funds Management and Blackwell's Capital has been increasingly personal, again, a stupid thing to do, this presentation seems more of a defense against accusations that Bob Iger has been losing shareholders' money. In particular, Nelson Peltz has made the argument that the CEO will bleed the company dry with huge planned investments in Disney parks and Fortnite, and it is not difficult to see this slideshow as an argument that if Iger was right about Marvel and Star Wars, why not Fortnite and Avatar theme parks? Okay, this is where we're going to kind of slow down. We know that Disney did not make $11.745 billion on Star Wars. Okay, they're not counting Solo, they're not counting Indiana Jones, and they're not counting reshoots. They're not counting any of the expenses Kennedy cost the company by her shitty decision making.
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, fuck you. War.
So, we've all are pretty much in the know that the box office for The Force Awakens was $2.03 billion. And I've seen estimates of how much it cost to make and market it at about $400 million. Okay. We know that Rogue One was over budget because of the fact that they had to do reshoots with it. Kennedy had arguments with its first director, Gareth Edwards, who left the project because of her. And that movie brought in $1 billion. Okay. It was probably the best one of the whole run for Star Wars. Okay. Yet, here we are. Then we get into TLJ. No reshoots. It was estimated by Disney to make, they hoped, $2.3 billion or $2.5 billion, and it made $1.3 billion. So it made over $1 billion less than what Disney estimated it would make. Conversely, Solo, A Soy Wars Story, lost money. Now, its budget was $225 million. They literally they said 80% reshoots. I would say they did 100% reshoots. And so that's $475 million plus how much it cost to market it. It barely brought in $300 million. And they say, well, the movie only lost 80 million. No, it lost more. That's another issue that they might have just folded that into the, oh, look at what we did with Star Wars. Yeah, I'm looking at falling box office. Okay. I'm not looking at, oh, look, you made $1 billion. I'm looking at what you, Disney, estimated this movie was supposed to make, and it made over $1 billion less than it was supposed to make. And the last one, the Rise of Skywalker, which had 40% reshoots, they say, and was reshooting up to 2 weeks before the movie dropped, barely made $1 billion. Okay. That movie didn't make any money. Now, I would say that because Kennedy was so happy with the rise of, or the Last Jedi, that she was not in the mood to do any reshoots, so they really didn't do any reshoots. So that movie probably made about $200 million. You add that to about the $700 million or so TFA made. Maybe Rogue Squadron broke even. But I'm going to say because of the reshoots, it probably didn't make any money back. We know for a fact that Solo did not make any money. It lost about the same amount. I would say maybe almost the same amount as Indiana Jones on the Dial of Destiny. And we know that the Dial of Destiny is the biggest flop of all time. Not Harrison Ford's fault. Okay, if it had been a good movie, people would have gone to see it. But when you've got people saying that, Steven Spielberg washed his hands of it, they got James Mangold to come in. He's not going to challenge Kennedy and her stupid ideas. The fact that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is an absolutely unremarkable and unlikable woman. Harrison Ford, as Indiana Jones, couldn't save it. And it wasn't a bad movie. It's just Kathleen Kennedy has worn out her welcome with the fans. Okay, so here's a headline from 2021 that says Disney has actually paid over $10 billion for Star Wars. So if they made, now think about it. They bought the company. They invested all this money in the films, okay, and more since. They invested billions of dollars, Galaxy's Edge, and that hotel they had to close, okay? You got to look at how much revenue did you sell, all right? Then how much did it cost to produce and market all of this, including marketing the theme parks, okay? Then what you get back is what you take away when you subtract the making and marketing, and of course what the movies got at theater take, etc. What you get is what's left over from all that. Okay. I am literally sitting here going, they're full of shit. This is bullshit. Okay. Look, if the company had to go and buy back shares for $3 billion to keep the share price artificially high, it's not a real share price. Goddamn well, sorry God, that they're lying to you about what this looks like, about those numbers, even for Marvel, because they probably didn't really add Shang-Chi or Chang-Chi or Ching-Ching or whatever the fuck it's called. They didn't add the Eternals, and damn well they didn't add the Marvels. Nobody went to see the Marvels. Okay, nobody. And what I'm thinking is Iger hopes that people are emotional about this. He got, of all people, Abigail, the spoiled brat cunt, daughter of Roy Disney, to jump in and pat him on the back, give him his binky and say, hey, you're okay. Okay. This is bad. Okay. This whole PDF is it's bullshit. It's absolutely bullshit. Okay. And yet we've got to talk about it. And, look, the numbers don't lie. Okay, you can make a statistic say whatever you want it to. But when you get into financials don't lie. Okay, financials don't lie at all. Okay, so Disney going after Treon and defending itself like this with a propaganda effort like this goofiness, to me just says Iger is absolutely out of his mind and he's completely desperate. Okay, so wanted to put more of my 2 cents in. This is Steph, and I'll see you around the galaxy. There's other big news coming up. I'm doing a video. I'll be back later with that.